Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy, coming to you with another video today. We're a day late because we had a long holiday weekend, so let's get going. All right, because we had the long holiday weekend, we had a lot of sales. We got a lot of things to go over today. Not just sales, not just regular sales, not just boring sales. Cool stuff. I think I sell the most unique and different types of items on the internet. Fact. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. But I do sell quite a variety of interesting things and not just the same thing. Some sellers just sell all clothes. Some just do all video games. I do a little bit of everything. And today, I sold some crazy stuff. I sold some stuff you've probably never seen sold in the history of YouTube resellers. I'm saying that's a fact. There's lots of facts today. So, because we had the long weekend, we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which I believe was President's Day. Am I right? I don't know. What are you supposed to do on President's Day as a holiday other than sit back and relax? Well, I've been a little bit under the weather this weekend. Not crazy sick or anything, but I've had something going on with my throat, the nose. I've felt run down. I needed to take extra naps, all that stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to get over it this week because I don't like being a little bit sick. Even this much sick, I don't like. But sales were really good this weekend. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about the Listing Blitz. Yeah, I know. I've been talking about listing a lot of stuff on eBay, and it's been working. I think it's because I've been listing so much. So, look at this history. Can you see that? 10 items every day we've done it for almost 3 full weeks now. And I've been listing some pretty darn good stuff, too. It's not just cheap stuff, not just some cheap Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. Now, I have listed some of those, too. I've tried to list a variety of everything. Each day, I've been trying to list 2 or 3 items from each of the categories that I sell in, trying to get a variety of items out there every day. And let me kind of recap what's happened this month so far. So like I said, every day this month, I'm listing 10 items per day. So there's 29 days this month. That's 290 items. See, I'm good at math. Hoping that this will increase my sales. Because sales have been pretty stagnant for the last, I'll just say 6 months. Sales have not been anything exceptional. And part of it is because of effort level, not listing as many items as I should. I have days where I'll list 1 item in the past 6 months I'm talking about. Sometimes I would go 3 or 4 days without even listing anything. So during this Listing Blitz, I'm calling it Listing Blitz because, it was during the Super Bowl time. Am I allowed to say Super Bowl? Do I have to say big game? I don't know. Do they even care? They don't watch my channel. Who cares? During the Super Bowl, I needed a football term, so I used Listing Blitz. So the first week of sales, I'll say weekdays, wasn't anything spectacular. 3 items a day. That's actually below average. And that's with listing all these items. I still 3. Yeah, that's a lot of 3s. Now we get to the next weekend, get past it, then it was, I don't have my glasses on. 5, 7, 6, and something. So definitely doubled the amount of items during the weekday that I sold. So that was good. I sold some good items, had some good sales. Now this weekend, you're asking, Mike, you had 4 days. You should have sold a ton, right? Well, I did. I sold 23. Let me look. 23, because 1 came in this morning, so I'm counting it. 24 items. It was 23 when I went to bed last night. $1,201. 1201. $1,201. So fantastic dollar amount for a 4-day weekend. That's what I like to see. And I'm saying this because of this. What else could it be? So I'm going to keep listing 10 items a day. We got another, 10 days left in the month. Today is the 20th. So I've listed 1 item already this morning. So what did I do this weekend? We had 4 days off, but like I said, I was kind of under the weather. So what my wife and I did, we did a lot of, I'll call it sitting around, but we did a lot of Lego sorting and building and stuff like that. Last week, if you watched some of my videos, I bought a big bag from a local thrift store that was $20. It ended up having 5 or 6 sets in there. I think only one of them was complete with a little help from my extra parts that I have. I bought 2 box sets, and what was interesting is they were all Lego Friends. Everything that I found was Lego Friends here this past week. So I'll throw up on the screen a few of the different sets that I listed. I'll throw them here and then there and then there, however I do it. I listed several sets. I think 1 was complete and several were missing 2 to 5 pieces. I just didn't have them. Maybe it was a unique piece. I have a lot of extra Lego pieces that I've saved up through the years. So when I find these sets, I can just easily or somewhat easily go in and find that piece that we need. So we did a lot of, like, I wouldn't doubt that this weekend, between the 4 days, we spent between 3 to 8 hours each of the days sorting and building Legos. Now you say, with the price of the sets anywhere from 20 to, I don't know, was the highest I listed, $50 or something. That per hour, that's probably not great, but we would have probably been sitting around just watching TV anyways, because like I said, you can hear, I can hear it in my voice at least, that I'm not quite right. So yeah, it would have been a lazy weekend anyway. So I'd rather just do it sitting around, being at least somewhat productive. But let me ask you one question here. The other day, this was a find from last week. I found this item, and some of you probably saw me pick it up already and know what it is. I've never found one of these in a thrift store before. I know you can't sell it on eBay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I don't know if I can sell it in my collectibles booth, because these things are weapons. Yeah, I found me some Jarts. I found Jarts at the thrift store. There was the tag, $7.49. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Is it just going to be a piece in the background here that you see? Because you can't sell these on eBay. These are the dangerous steel tip ones. And what's interesting is they actually have a warning in here. So I'm wondering if this was a later set that got put out after some kids got injured. The story that I've always heard is that like a kid or two got killed by these things. I don't know. These things are dangerous. They're pretty heavy steel tips on these things. So what am I supposed to do with it? Is there other sites you can sell them on? I know I've heard people say you can sell the box, you can sell the rings, you can sell like these plastic pieces as replacements. You can do a lot of little things like that. Some people go on eBay and just sell it as an empty box and sell the Jarts. I'm not doing that. I'm not risking my eBay account for one sale. But yeah, I'll throw some comps on the screen or something from eBay if I can find anything of what people have done. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these, whether I just keep it as my own collectible or what. But I thought it was pretty cool. I've never found Jarts before, so now I can check that off the list of things that I had never found before in the thrift store. But we're going to get into it today. We got a lot of stuff to go over as far as sales. So let me get the items that sold. I did sell some sports stuff. You guys know I sell sports cards. Have I ever mentioned that I have another channel called That Card Guy? Have I ever mentioned that on this channel? 998. Boom. That's how many we have. Now, I have got some videos that are coming out on this channel this week. That channel will be at 1,000 this week. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I don't know what sort of guarantee. But when I hit that 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a pretty cool giveaway. I'm going to have some items that are pretty good that I'm going to do a giveaway on that channel. I want you all to be part of that. So go over to That Card Guy channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't take but a minute or two. And support me over there. That would be great. All right, so what sold this weekend? I sold the Magic the Gathering card, Swords to Plowshare. I think that was like $3.50. Not a real expensive one. Sold two more of these Neverwars discs. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. You'll see it in the title and know why, but I think this sold for $4.99 for the pair of those. This card is criminally underpriced. This is a autograph. Oh, that's some glare. Autograph card of Frank Robinson. And these were I think a mail-in from Nabisco or Nestle or one of those companies. I can't read anything without my glasses. Now, I can read my computer screen from this far away, but not from this far away. Y'all know how it works. But anyway, so this is an autograph card of Frank Robinson. On-card autograph. And just because of what product it came from, nobody seems to really want these, or they're not in high demand. It sold for $20, and it took months and months and months to sell this at $20. His autograph should be much more. One of the best players to ever play baseball. Go look at his stats. Hands down, he is one of the top. He's in the top 10 baseball players of all time, as far as I'm concerned. I said it here. Facts. I told you, lots of facts today. All right, well, this guy is too. Ken Griffey Jr., one of my favorite players of all time. Ken Griffey Jr. This was when he was the Reds. I liked him better the early years of the Seattle Mariners, not necessarily the Cincinnati Reds years. But this is a select prism insert. This one sold for $12.99. I don't know. You'll see the pop-up. It's somewhere around there. $12.99. Bought a bunch of Griffeys. Boy, it was probably a year ago now. Slowly selling through those. I only got a handful left, so they sold pretty well. Last baseball cards is a team set. This is a minor league set of the Tidewater Tides. What's unique about this is it has Darryl Strawberry's pre-rookie card in there. So before he became a major leaguer, Darryl Strawberry's in the set. I think I sold it maybe at a discount. I think I had it at 30, might have sold it at 27. I always send out 10% offers. I think y'all know to do that. Just go in there and anything that people are watching to be care, throw a 10% off. You'll take 10% less than you have it listed for. Ooh, the last, my throat's going to be sore after this. I got to get through this. So Drink break. All right, baseball season's coming up. Spring training's getting ready to start. And yeah, Chicago Cubs, a little pack of 10 stickers. Hopefully some of these stickers will sell here this spring. Still got a lot of these to sell. 10 packs sold for, I think, $14.99 plus $1 shipping. I think I'm just going to throw this in an envelope, throw a couple stamps on it, and ship it out that way. We don't need any tracking. So $14.99, that's $1.50 per sticker. I think I paid like 50 cents a sticker on those, so I'm making a little bit, not a whole lot. All right, I got some stuff on the ground. I'm going to show those first because whenever I have a lot of stuff, I get through it and I go, video's over, and then I realize I missed 2 or 3 things. So I'm going to do the stuff that's down here first. Some of it's kind of neat. I kind of wanted to save the really cool stuff for last, but I think this is a pretty cool item. This is a vintage Ertl tractor with a coast-to-coast logo on it. I don't know if Ertl made these and then they sold them to businesses with their own logo on there. I don't know what coast-to-coast is. But yeah, I love finding stuff like this. It was just in the toy aisle of a thrift store for, I don't know, I think it was $3. I think I found this at a DI, at Deseret Industries. And I had it at my store. It's been in my store for a little while, so I did send an offer on this. And it was actually the first thing that I sold for the entire weekend. So it sold Friday early. So this person's already been waiting like 4 days to get it. Sold for $31.99. So I think I sent a 20% off offer on that one. I think I had it at $40. Sold it for $31.99 or $32 if you want to be, just round it up. So pretty cool. It's got a little hopper or baler thing that hooks on. So again, great little sale there. This is the kind of stuff I love selling. That Ertl tractor and stuff like this that I feel like I'm saving, and it's my job to get these items to the right collector or the right person that will appreciate them. Just like this, the Little Mermaid. My first sleeping bag. This was not my first sleeping bag. I found this at a thrift store. Look how happy this little girl is here to have her My Little Mermaid sleeping bag. This was one of these items that I almost didn't buy because I figured it would be a tough sell, and it has been. This has been in my store probably, I'll say 2 years. It's been in my store for quite a while. Finally got a sale. It is going international. It's going eBay international shipping. Let's see where it's going. I always like checking out to see where items are being shipped to. Let me check out this person's feedback in their country because I'm going to ship it to, I think it's Illinois. They're in Germany. They're in Germany. So yeah, Ariel going to Germany. This sold for like $40. This is a pretty good sale. $34.99. Yeah, $34.99. I don't know what the pop-up says, but $34.99. I think it was like $7 when I bought it. It wasn't the price that I paid for it that made me hesitate. I just knew with this box and with it being a sleeping bag and stuff like that, I don't know. I just figured it would take a long time. And obviously it did. It took 2 years to sell, but I got my 35 bucks. All right, let's get through some of the basic stuff, and then I'm going to show you the incredible, cool, weird sales. I don't think you can quite see them. I think they're still kind of hidden over here, so that's good. I did sell an autographed baseball. This is from the Arizona Fall League. We got like their logo on there, and I wasn't able to identify everybody on here. I think I identified like 4 or 5 guys. The big one, I guess, is Carl Crawford, who signed on the sweet spot. Sold for $20. Another item that's been in my store for a long time. Stuff like this takes a while to sell. You just have to find the right buyer that's interested in a Fall League baseball from the 1990s. And there might not be a lot of them out there. But luckily, I found this guy after who knows how many months that it's been in there. I got my 20 bucks. This one only took days to sell. This not years. Penn State Nittany Lions little mini helmet. Bought this at a thrift store. Make sure I took the tag off. Always got to double check that I took tags off stores. I'm always afraid that I'm going to miss one and someone's going to get an item and it's going to have a Goodwill sticker on the bottom. That to me would be very, very poor business. I don't think I've done it yet. I did it in my booth once. I left a tag on a bobblehead, on the bottom of a bobblehead, and luckily I caught it and took that tag off. But yeah, that's a big no-no. Bought this in the thrift store, $3.99, sold for $21.99 plus shipping. It's going back to New York. Now, I have a very large number of items going back to New York today. So out of like the 24 items, I think 5 or 6. So that's a pretty high percentage of items going back to New York from Arizona. So that's like max shipping that you can have over there. But yeah, I like that sale. That was $21.99. Just picked that up this past, I think I picked that up on Saturday. We went out and did a lot of thrifting on Saturday and found a lot of really good items. I think that was one of the items I picked up along with this. Pretty cool looking box. That jumped right out at me. I saw the Jack Nicklaus right there, and we got some McGregor. McGregor's not a good brand, but these are some cool vintage golf balls. Some Jack Nicklaus branded golf balls, brand new in the box. These probably aren't going to be used by somebody. This is just going to be a collector that wants this item. Bought 2 different boxes of golf balls there. They were marked $5, and this sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So pretty cool little item there. A little 5 to 30. I like those flips. Now here's an item that doesn't sell for a whole lot, and I don't know if I would buy this one again. It took a while to sell too, and I didn't even get that much for it. Let me find out what it sold for because I don't remember. All right, this is a Casio calculator, brand new in the box, packaging, whatever you want to call this. And you think, oh, it's a scientific calculator. It's worth a whole lot. They're really not. I had this both listed on eBay and Amazon for $20. One person sent me an offer for like $12, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going $20 down to $12 to sell it. I think I paid $7 for this, so it's not like I had nothing into it. Ended up agreeing on a price. So I just looked over here and I forgot. 10 seconds later, I forgot what I had this thing sold at. $15.99. So I gave him 20% off is what I ended up doing. He offered me $12. I said, I'll do 20% off, $15.99. So $16 plus shipping. I said, I paid $7. What am I getting? Maybe $5 profit after that. So I don't know if I'd buy another, at least not at $7. If I found it for $2 or $3, sure, I'd go ahead and pick it up because it's brand new and sealed and easy to list. It's going to be easy to ship. But yeah, small profit on that one. This is something that you don't see me sell a whole lot on this channel or in my store is a record album. I picked up a few from a friend a couple months back. Finally got them listed during this little, listing blitz. Bryan Adams classic. I guess he re-recorded all of his hit songs, all of those songs right there. A lot of great songs by Bryan Adams. Brand new, sealed, all that good stuff. Picked it up for pretty cheap. This is one of these other things. I got an offer over the weekend. Somebody sent me a message and, hey, will you take $15 shipped for that? I replied back, I cannot get anywhere close to that price. Sorry. I was polite. I think that was polite. I wanted to be like, really? I have it listed at $35. You're offering me $15 shipped? Come on. Maybe some people take those crazy offers. I don't know. But I got $35 plus shipping. It was a plus shipping. Let me double check. I want to go over here and look. I don't want to tell you wrong. No, it wasn't. It was $35 free shipping. So I haven't shipped an album in quite a while. I think I've only sold 1 or 2 like ever. It's not a category that I deal in a whole lot. But because this one was worth $35, I went ahead and listed it myself. And yeah, it's not too hard. You just got to put a couple pieces of cardboard around each side, make sure that it doesn't bend and that it gets there safe. Right, now, I did sell a couple comic books, and these were from ones that I found at thrift stores through the years. This one in particular, it's another item that's been in my store for quite a while. I have a little section of comics right in there, and they're all ones that I got through bags at Goodwill. Sometimes they bundle a bunch together, or I would get at Mesa auction back when they were open. I would buy comic lots there quite often. This is Witchblade. This is Witchblade's got Batgirl on the front. I don't know. I never read Witchblade, but this is a special edition. It's sealed. It's got the little certificate that they only made 1,000 copies of that. So it sold for a fair amount. $15. Am I right? Am I right? Did I sell it for 15? Where is it on the screen? No, not 15. Half that price. Well, almost. $7.99 plus shipping. So I got $7.99 for that comic. 15 would have been better, but I didn't get 15 for that. This other comic did sell for quite a bit better. Quite a bit better. I don't know if that's good grammar. But it was from a bag where I bought a bunch of Batman comic books at a Goodwill that was in a hanging bag. I bought 2 or 3 of those. I think I did a video. I might have done a video on my That Card Guy channel. I can't remember if I did or not. I've done a couple of different comic reveal videos on there. But there's a site that I use, and I'm not going to tell you the site right now because I have a video that's going to come out later this week. I know, I got to tease all these things about the websites and the apps that you should be using in your reselling business. I know there's a lot of you say, oh, Mike, I know how to use all those apps. I guarantee you there's a couple of them that you've never used. Never. Guaranteed. Fact. There's guarantees and facts all over today. So yeah, I looked this up, and this is a key issue. This is the first issue with the black mask. And I didn't know this, but I guess the black mask guy, he made a wooden mask from the casket his father was buried in. That's the kind of crap that they did in comic books back then. Makes him very spooky and powerful, I guess. But yeah, this is a pretty key comic. Good copies of this go for some crazy money. Mine had a little bit of a wrinkle down at the bottom. Otherwise, it was pretty nice. $40, $39.99 plus shipping. I am lucky that I use this website that I use to check values of that comic, because otherwise I probably would have thrown it out of my collectibles booth for like $3, just being that it's a little bit older Batman comic. But yeah, that's why you got to check some of these things, and you're going to watch my video later this week so you can know what that website is. Next! Did I yell? I'm sorry. Hurt my throat. Is a Funko Pop. Yes, I sold a Funko Pop. They do still sell. Get the right characters and the right ones, and they do still sell. They're not all garbage. This I bought just last week at a Deseret Industries. $10. They had it in their display case. They had like 5 of them in there. They were all $10 a piece. I bought 2 of them. One of them was a little cheaper. I only listed that one for $20. It was also from God of War. He's from God of War, that video game Kratos. But this one, more popular. $40. Got $40 for that one. I threw it in a pop protector for shipping. So I have a bunch of these pop protectors. I bought them on Amazon. I think you get them for like $1 a piece. Definitely worth when you're selling a $40 pop. Throw it in a pop protector. Make sure that it gets there safely, because some of these pop collectors are pretty particular. I know this one did have like a little dent on the corner. I showed all that condition stuff in my listing. Always show any flaws. It's not a big deal. Take a couple extra pictures. All right, we're almost to that crazy stuff. But we got Jim Lee's Wildcats. This is another comic item. This is a box of trading cards. Been a hard. I probably had more messages about this box of cards than any item in my store over the past few months. People trying to get it for cheaper, asking me questions about it. Will I ship it to Israel? I've had a lot of different questions. About this box, and I'm not making a hole. I think I paid. I'm not making a hole. I'm not making a whole lot on this box. Oh, where is it on my screen? There's a lot of stuff to scroll through when you sell 23 items in a week. I did sell for full price, $29.99. I had sent some 10% off offers to people, and they didn't take it, but got $30. I think I paid $15 for it, so I'm doubling my money before fees and all that. So, I'll take that on boxes of cards. All right, let's get to that crazy item. I'll have more after that, but I got to show that this thing was too awesome. Yeah, I found this at a thrift store, and I really wanted to keep it for the room. Now, you can't see it. I kept Ted back there. He's back there hiding behind that box. I almost thought about having another room mascot, this little baby alien. I love this thing. It is the weirdest, creepiest, cutest thing that I may have ever bought. Yeah, I don't know where I would put it. That's part of it. So I went ahead and listed it on eBay. I did not realize it was going to sell this quick. It sold within a couple of days of me listing it. I got $30 for this. I paid $3. I paid $3 at the thrift store for this, and I think if I had 1,000 of them, I could sell them. But yeah, I sold my little baby. I sold my baby alien. Yeah, that thing's great. I guarantee none of you have sold this guy before. Guaranteed. Fact. All right. I mentioned last week I found these two at a thrift store, $7 a piece. I paid for Zach Gallen and Corbin Carroll bobbleheads, 2 of the big stars for the Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher, and Corbin was Rookie of the Year last year. Comboed these 2 together on eBay, and I think I got $50 for the pair. You'll see in the pop. I think it is $50. Paid $7, so that would be $25 a piece if you do the math. I thought about taking them to my booth. I could get $25, maybe $30 if I pushed it. But I'm happy moving them on eBay. They are staying here in state, so it's going to be local shipping, and that would be pretty cheap. I bet it cost me less than $8 to ship those to the buyer. They're not too far away. They're in Florence, for those of you that are here local. I'm shipping those to Florence, Arizona. I picked up some baseball gloves. These were ones that I got from a friend. These weren't thrift store finds, so I had to pay up for these gloves. These things weren't super cheap, but 2 of them sold within like 24 hours of me listing them. If you have good quality gloves, they sell literally instantly for some of these. Yeah, first off, we got this catcher's mitt. Now, this is in fantastic condition other than it's got some broken laces, so it's going to need to be repaired. This is a Wilson A2000, and it's the Pudge model. Ivan Rodriguez, the Pudge model. This glove, if it didn't have this, I probably could have got 1 to 120 for, but especially in this condition. I mean, this thing is fantastic. I don't know how the laces broke when it's still in this nice a shape. Still got $80, $79.99 plus shipping on that one. I think that one's going to Texas, so that one's going to be pretty cheap to ship. This one's hard to show because, I don't know, somebody's backwards. They wear it on their right hand, and then they throw with their left. I don't know how you do that. But, yeah, this is for a left-handed thrower. It just feels weird having this on this hand. Another fantastic glove. So, Rawlings Glove. A lot of times when you see the Glove series, that means that it can be good, but this is the important part. You got that Pro 200 4B, fantastic glove, good shape. Sold for $120, $119.99. That's at the high end of what these were selling at. There were a lot of sales in that 70 to 100 range, but because this one was pretty nice, I put it out there for $119 or $120, and it sold pretty quickly. So a couple of good glove sales. But this wasn't even my best sale of the day. I still have that to show you as well. I think that's the last thing that I'm going to have to show too. Let me double check around because you guys know I forget stuff. All right, I actually did forget an item, so I'm coming back in after I really finished my video and forgot one of my other really good sales from the weekend. I'm going to talk about this one for an extra minute. At a thrift store, at a Goodwill, I always love looking at that little collectibles area shelf, and I saw these. I knew right away that they were Jim Shore figures. Those of you that know, you can tell when you see this kind of stuff on the base that these are Jim Shore figures, and these are elves. So, of course, I got to look them up. Looked it up and saw that these things sell for some crazy money. This is like Elves Workshop. Let's see if you can read the bottom. Forget exactly what they're called. Now, one of them had a little chip in his ear. If you can see right there, he's got the tip of his ear chipped off. It should look like that. It looks like that. See if you can tell the difference there. And one of the strings fell off. I actually have the string up here on my shelf, so I have to include that extra string. But yeah, I bought these for, I think they were marked $4.49, $5.49, not very much. Figured I'd list the pair together, and I got $80. I got full asking price, and it only took about a week to sell these things. It's not Christmas time. Jim Shore shells by the seashore. Yeah, doesn't matter what time of year. Jim Shore stuff does sell, and even with a little chip on his ear, if it's rare enough, people will still buy it. You can barely tell. I thought look at like the tips on their boots. How are these things not chipped off going into Goodwill? Somehow I got lucky, and these things are in pretty nice shape, and I got $80 for the pair. So I don't even really have like a thrift haul to show you because I've been listing everything so quickly. Usually I have stuff sitting around my office for days and weeks before getting listed, but with this blitz that I've been doing, stuff's been selling quick. But yeah, it's up here. I got to grab it.
That's what she said.
But it's this here. Yeah, it just looks like a big blob of silk, but check this out. We got Marines on here. What is this? This is a boxing robe, and it's going to be hard for me to show you this on here. You'll have to wait till the picture comes up, and you'll see the pictures there. Now, story with this is I found this during Halloween at Goodwill. This was in their costume section. I love looking through the costume stuff at Goodwill. There's a lot of great stuff in there that I found through the years. I found vintage football jerseys. I found this. I find all kinds of stuff. And just one day it happened to catch my eye as I was leaving the store. I wasn't particularly looking at that section, but just I saw this green silk and it jumped out at me. And then when I flipped it around and saw that it said Marines on it. Wow, I did some research on this. Now, I did have it listed very, very highly at $275. Yeah, since I found it during Halloween, you can tell that, it's been in my store for a few months now. And I had someone message me the other day and said, will you take, you ready for it? $175. I took it. I paid $10 for it. Actually, I think it was less. I think I had been paying like $8 once I used my coupon and stuff. But yeah, $8 into $175. Yeah, that's a fantastic sale. The buyer's up in Vegas, so I'm guessing they're a boxing fan of some sort up there, being in Vegas. And now this is pretty wrinkly. If you see my picture, it's very wrinkly in the picture. Being the fabric that it was, I wasn't going to mess with it. I wasn't going to iron it or wash it or do any of that stuff. I'll leave the wrinkles in there and they can deal with it and steam it out or do whatever you do to boxing robes that are silk or satin to get the wrinkles out. But $175. So this weekend I had 2 different sales that were over $100. That's the kind of stuff that you need to have these big weekends like this. $1,200 in sales this weekend. All right, so what did we learn today? We learned that you should look in the Halloween stuff during Halloween sales at the thrift stores. You can find some cool stuff. We learned lots of facts today. If you go back, there were some facts, definitely. And that I sell the coolest, cutest, most unique stuff on eBay. Unless somebody proves me otherwise, that's a fact. That's how we're going to wrap it up today. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you next time.